When it comes to region-locked Ultimate Ironmen, each area, from the swamp to the jungle and desert, all have fairly large and dedicated followings. But ironically, the most overlooked region are the mountains and islands surrounding them. I'm referring to the Fremennik province. This is only Frems, my Fremennik locked Ultimate Ironman. I've wanted to play a UIM for a really long time, and what better way to start than by locking myself to one of the most obscure regions of the game. I mean, there's probably a lot of better ways. Without ever leaving Fremennik, I will unlock each settlement of the region, completing every quest available to me, before challenging the Dagannoth Kings to fill the collection log. Look, I know what you're probably thinking. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you have no idea who I am and have no inclination to think this, but maybe you're thinking, good grief, what happened to the high-risk hardcore Iron Man series? That's what I subscribed to you for. And yeah, I started a new series, but to be honest, I was waking up every day at 4 or 5 a.m. before work, having anxiety attacks, almost getting PK'd for my hardcore status, when I realized this kind of sucks. And that's not to say it wasn't fun. I really did enjoy making the storyline and editing it, but I'm definitely taking a break, so sorry. What's interesting about the Fremennik province is that each settlement is locked behind various quests, some of which I will have to leave the region to complete. With that said, I will only ever leave Fremennik to complete those quests. Unlocking each area of Fremennik will be my first goal of the account, but my end goal will be to complete the Dagannoth King collection log to include getting the pet. As for exceptions, I'm allowing myself to bring a fishing net and harpoon into the region with me because one raw shark is required to complete the Fremennik trials. And since the only shop in the region that sells raw sharks is locked behind Fremennik trials, I'll have to train my fishing to 76 and catch one myself. Besides that, the only other items in my inventory can be easily gotten from spawns or the general store in Keldegrim, so I think it's fair game to bring them with me. I'll go over additional rules or exceptions as they're needed, but for now, we're gonna start preparing for the Fremennik trials. So not only will I need 76 fishing to catch one raw shark, but I'll also have to kill a couple med-level NPCs, so we're gonna start here at chickens, get some early combat levels until I can hopefully start AFKing rock crabs. And there's the first prayer level of the account. I'll be able to use the feathers later on for fletching. Oh, and there's an attack level. But I especially need to take advantage of any prayer training I can get because there are no altars in the Fremennik region. Normally I dismiss all random events, but on this account, they're really important, especially the maze. 63%. Hopefully I get better at that over time. All right, we definitely take those. I'll need 65 magic for lunar diplomacy, so I'll definitely take all the runes I can get. 15 defense, and with that, I am now 19 combat and have base 15s. I'll have to train more for Fremennik trials later, but hopefully now I'll at least be strong enough to train on rock crabs. We're going to Keldegrim for the first time. In the Fremennik Achievement Diary, Keldegrim is considered part of the region, and it was also in the Trailblazer League, so we're considering it also part of Fremennik. But I'm going there for a new weapon. I have a full inventory of logs to sell to the general store, and hopefully that will be enough for something. Goodbye 520 GP, and hello Steel Scimitar. 41k for the rune longsword. In the future, that will be my best in slot, I think, so I'll have to remember that. It's time to start probably the worst grind I've ever had to do on this game before. I need 76 fishing, and I will only be able to fish for shrimp and anchovies, and eventually tuna and swordfish, so this is going to take some time. You know, I don't know if I'll always play with the HD plugin, but I just have to say this water looks absolutely amazing. So after each full inventory of fish, I'm going to run outside of Relica, start a fire, and cook the fish. There are several fires inside Relica in the little huts, but you can't use any of them without doing Fremennik trials, so I mean, you really can't do anything without that quest. 15 fishing, we can now catch anchovies. I really hope this boosts the XP a little. 35 fishing, I can move on to tuna. We're getting about 10k XP an hour with shrimp and anchovies, so we'll see how tuna compares to that. But for now, farewell to the small fishing net. What a moment. I'm getting emotional. 45 cooking, that unlocks swordfish, and I think I'm done cooking for now. It seriously hurts my XP per hour, and the next food unlock won't be until sharks anyway, so swordfish is fine for now. 50 fishing, we can now catch swordfish. That will be the last milestone until I unlock sharks. Finally, we got ourselves an XP random. I'm really excited for this because I need to use all my XP randoms on Slayer. Inside the Fremennik dungeon, you can kill cave crawlers. Their drop table is amazing for herblore training, but they require 10 Slayers, so we need to put all lamps and XP books on Slayer, starting now. Here we go, another maze random. I'm feeling pretty good about this after the last one. 69%. Nice. What do we get? Ooh, that's awesome. 69 fishing. I'm not checking in to be funny or anything. 69 fishing is actually the halfway point for 76, so I just have to do what I just did one more time. So I'm taking a little break from fishing to see if all my time at the chickens was worth it. I only have a steel simi and base 15s, but we're going to give it a try. So we definitely have high enough stats for rock crabs, and we just hit 250 total level, so I'll probably stay here for a little longer. Level 40 defense, we are now combat level 47 and have base level 40s. Hopefully that will be enough for Fremennik trials. We need 5.2k GP for the quest, so we're going back to Keldegrim to see if we can sell any of our items. I really didn't want to sell my runes, but we'll get them back at some point. This has been such a long time coming. Come on. Come on. 76 fishing. We've played for 3.5 days, and most of that has been spent fishing, so give or take 70 hours. Here we go. This is so exciting for me. I've spent a lot of time AFKing rock crabs while editing. Now we're at 59 combat and base 50s. That should definitely be enough for Fremennik trials, so it's time to get started. Before we can start the quest, there's one more item we need, and that's a lyre. As opposed to doing more skilling to make one, I'm going to try to get one from Lanzig. He has a 1 in 17 chance of dropping it, so let's hope we don't go dry. Okay, he actually hits pretty hard, so I'm gonna go get more food. Ooh, there we go. That's really lucky. Only 5 KC. So we have all the required items, and I'm pretty sure we're good on combat stats as well. So it's finally time to start the Fremennik trials. So this is the first time I will have to leave Fremennik to complete one of these quests. Since I will probably be walking for a while, I wanted to address my high-risk hardcore Iron Man series. The account is still alive, and I haven't really decided what I want to do with the series. I may pick it back up at some point because I've had the storyline written for a really long time, but I just got kind of burnt out from playing it, so We'll see what happens. Apparently, part of the Fremennik trials is asking you to like and subscribe, so please? It's time now for the first fight of the quest. I have to locate and kill this Draugen? I don't know, I'm probably mispronouncing that. Hopefully I have enough food. There's the butterfly. Okay, he's over here. There you are, you sick son of a bitch. If I would have got more food, I probably could have finished it. There we go. We got more food, and hopefully we'll be able to kill this thing. Yo, there it is. Oh, that was getting pretty close, man. I really thought that base 50s would have been enough to make this easy. It's time for probably the fight I was least excited for. I have to win 3 fights against Koshai the Deathless, and I can't bring any items besides food with me. There are 3 ways to go about this. I can either drop my items on the floor, which would put them on a 2-minute timer before they despawn. I can put them on a table, which would put them on a 10-minute timer, but after 2, they become visible to other players, or I can do a death pile, which would give me an hour before they despawn. I've ruled out a death pile because that would take me out of my area restriction, and 2 minutes is not enough to finish those fights, so I'm going to go with the table method. Come on, kill me. Okay, let's go, let's go. I made it. Okay, well, I just barely made it. I had 15 seconds before my items would start despawning, so that was a huge win for me. So there is one more trial that I can't have any items for, but I'm confident that I can finish it in under 10 minutes, so. Ah, damn, I can't bring the lyre with me? I couldn't put it on the table either, though. So, hopefully I can make it back in time. And that is the last trial complete. Oh, damn, the lyre's still there. That's great, I don't have to kill Lanzig for another one. Now that every trial has been complete. Jeez, look at all those XP drops. 450 total level off that quest. That unlocks several skills for me. So there we go. The Fremennik Trials has been completed. This unlocks Waterbirth Island and all the shops in Relica. I have a couple options for the next quest. I really have to think on it, but if you like this first video, please subscribe. I'll be working on the next one soon. But with that said, take care.